Okay, guys, this is going to be third time lucky for me recording this. I've done it twice already and it hasn't recorded, so I'm gutted. Um, Sorry, I've not been and done a haul or an update video for best part of a week. I lost a lot of footage, so um, today I put together five, no, not five, 10 items that I've sold over the last week, and I shall go through them and tell you a bit about them. So, yeah, I'll just jump in now and get on with it. So, one of the first ones I wanted to show you is this Paul and Shark men's short sleeve check shirt. I picked this up from a charity shop. I picked two up, this one and another one that I've still got listed. Paid £4.99 for these, but they really are nice shirts. I just like the feel of them, and I'm trying to learn a bit more about men's shirts, so I thought I would put this one up and show you guys that picking certain brands of shirts up, there is money to be made in it. And I think it says yachting, which I imagine is like a yachting sort of shirt. I think they're quite popular and they do go for quite good money. So this one went for £24.99 plus postage, and I paid £4.99 for it, so that was a good return. The next one I'm going to show you is something that I picked up for £1.99. I didn't know the brand, but it felt like a good quality dress. And silly me in trying to get things organised and listed as soon as possible, didn't research it as much as I should have done. Apparently these dresses are quite an expensive brand, and I think they go for quite good money. I listed it and it sold within 5 minutes for £14.99, and I think looking at it now, I could probably have asked more like 30 to 35 for this. I think you pronounce it a pange, feminine or femin. Yep. And sorry guys, I'm absolutely rubbish at pronunciation. Yeah, so if you see that brand, it's well worth picking up. Like I say, I think I could have got a lot more for it than that, but you live and learn. That's how you learn, I suppose. Next is an East dress. I picked this up from my £1.99 charity shop. It was just a full length, like a light turquoise colour, linen, and a size 18s, which was a good size, and that sold on its first cycle for £19.99 plus postage. These were a good flip. I bought these only a few days ago, and they sold within 24 hours. I had them on a best offer, and I did accept an offer of 25 for those. I probably would have left them a little bit longer, but sales have been a bit slow last week and early on this week, so I accepted 25 plus postage on those. But they're Ted Baker shorts. Ted Baker is a bit of a hit and miss. I've got Ted Baker items listed like ladies' dresses at the moment, but they just don't seem to be selling. They're not. I don't think they're listed high. I think they're reasonably priced, but we'll see. This next one was also a really good deal. This, I didn't know the brand at all when I picked it up from a charity shop. I paid £2 for it. I just loved the design. It was really, off the wall, not your common sort of dress that you see every day. And sure enough, when I looked it up, it is an expensive brand. They go for upwards of about £200. What I liked on it was the detailing of these little metal sort of discs that are hanging, sewn on and hanging, and it was just the quality and the little disc at the top, which is it has, apparently they have them on all the brands save the Queen, and it's just like a little circular disc that says save the Queen on it. So if you see these, they're impossible to miss because they're just so off the wall. But this did have some damage. With it being a very long dress, it trailed the floor, and as you can see, it had got a bit of damage to it. I listed it at £59.99. Sorry, as you can see there, it trailing on the floor. And I took a best offer again of 47, I think, on that one. Like I say, it'd been a slow week. It flipped within 24 hours, so I was happy to take that from a £2 buy. This is just your run-of-the-mill Starbucks, one of the larger ones, the 20 ounce, I think it is. I had a couple of messages asking about size and could I measure the cup, but it sold on its first cycle for £14.99. I did offer free postage with that one. I don't know why, but yeah, so 50p paid for that one. These I've had for a couple of months. They've been listed. I think this is the third cycle I've just listed them on. And I picked these up from an outlet village that I go to occasionally. They have a North Face outlet shop. And when I went in, they were getting rid of a big job lot of trainers. And I spied these ones that were up for £17, really good condition, and I thought they were a nice trainer. Some were a bit off the wall really, and I wouldn't have took a risk with them, but these were quite a reasonable walking trainer. They were immaculate condition. They were X display. They were listed on. It's written on the box X display, so I've had to put that in the listing. And yeah, not really much else I can say about those. I did have them up for 45, and I took a best offer 37 on those. So those sold yesterday, I think, and they went off to the new home. So quite happy with that sale. This one is a bit of a weird one. I've had about 5 watches on this. It's on its second cycle, and I got an offer through yesterday of, I want to say 17. We agreed on. She sent an offer through for 10, and it automatically declined because I think I had it on an automatic decline under a certain amount. She then offered 12. I countered it at 17. Never heard anything. And then this morning she bought it for the full asking price. So it's a bit of a strange one, that. So it's been sent out today. So we'll see what comes of that. I'm a bit dubious as to, whether that's going to come back or not. But we'll see. It just seems odd that I counted her at £17 and she's just then paid the full asking price. But there's no queerer than 4, as people say. This one was a sale that I was just so chuffed to get out the house. I picked this up from a little tiny Salvation Army charity shop. It's a church-run one, and I paid £2.50 for it. And it's an old 1979 Tonka toy, but it's massive. It's a transporter, so the front comes off and it's like comes down at the back, as you can see there, and you can take the trailer off the back. But it has been everywhere in my house and just keep falling over it, so I was really glad to see the back of it. I did have it up originally for £60, and I've gradually brought it down. It's been listed for best part of, from when I started reselling in September of last year. It wasn't long after that I picked this up, and it's just been shoved around my room where I keep all my stock and being tripped over, and so I was just glad to see it out the house. So somebody messaged me yesterday and asked me about the length of it, and I sent them the information back. I also said that I would be willing to take an offer. And he offered me 25, so I accepted, and that's off to its new home today. Glad to see the back of that one. And the last item that I want to show you is something that's really out of my comfort zone. We went to a car boot sale a few weeks back now, and there wasn't many. It was a drizzly day, and there wasn't very many sellers there. But there was a guy who's one of the house clearance guys, and he had like loads of boxes just on the floor. And I just thought, oh, we'll just have a look while we're there. And I spied this, and it's a 1930s Holy Bible, absolutely dreadful condition. Um, Not the best at all. But what I liked about it was the illustrations inside. There's quite a lot inside, and the lovely, and then the inscription at the front. It was presented to um, somebody on in 1930 for good attendance at Sunday school. So it's quite. I like little things like that, a bit of history and things like that. So, but yeah, they had some lovely illustrations in it, and um, yeah, I paid 50p for that. And yeah, it sold. It was on a best offer, 9.99 or best offer, but whoever bought it decided that they wanted to pay the full amount, and yeah, that's off to its new home. As you can see there, yeah, the condition, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. I did put it in the listing about the condition though, so the buyer, does know what they're buying. Um, and yeah, so guys, that was 10 of the items that I've sold over the last 7 days. I hope your sales are going well, and I hope you're finding loads of treasure. Thank you for listening and tuning in, and I shall hopefully be back with another charity shop haul soon. Bye for now, guys.